Chris Gunzz here with flyweight contender Jonathan Bomba Gonzalez. Big day coming up. Biggest test of your career, Bomba. You're taking on former champion Giovani Segura. How did training camp go for this fight?
It went fine. Our training camp was amazing. We did our weight okay. And fight before I didn't weight. That's why I always fought at 113, 114. And today I had to weight easy. And now we're ready to fight for the big champion.
And what'd you do different in this camp to prepare than you did in past camps?
Yeah, we did things in the morning with a great physical trainer, Chris Gunzz. He was a former cheerleader that personal trainer. Now he did a great job in my physical condition preparation, and the gym we did the same thing, but preparing for the style guys that would have.
And you worked with a little bit with a legend to prepare for this fight, a legend and also a victim of Segura. What did Ivan Calderon bring to your camp?
He brings things of, he taught me a lot, and in my camp he told me that so let's just have one style of fighting, and that's coming front, throwing punches to the body, pressuring a lot, and don't never listen to the public. To the people that are going to be in the hotel, just keep calm and be intelligent in the ring.
And you're confident of victory, and you promise to avenge the losses for your countryman, Ivan Calderon. What do you see in Segura that you're going to try to exploit? What are you going to try to do in there? And what can you do to him?
He's a fighter that he's very slow. He hits solid punches, but he's slow. I think that that's the advantage in the speed and power. And I think if when he throws a wild punch like he throws, I'm going to give him 1, 2, 3, let's go. And he's not going to see me. But I got to be very, very faithful with him. Because he's a fighter that warms up after the 5th round. And he's going to get advantage with my speed and power. When he throws, I'm going to bang him and it's going to go.
And Ivan is actually commentating now. He's going to be there commentating. So last night, I guess he put his commentating hat on. And I asked him what he sees happening in the fight. And I asked him about this being your 14th fight. And I wanted to know if he thought you were ready for this. And when I asked him for a prediction, he said that either you were going to take it on points, but if it's a stoppage, then Giovani might have a good chance to win the fight. How does that make you feel to have worked with Ivan?
I'd like to demonstrate in the ring, but I think Giovani Segura is a person that to take a punch. I think I can't go in that ring crazy looking for a knockout. I'm a knockout. No, I'm just gonna be very intelligent. I'm a fighter that I can fight like alone, but I got power. But I see myself winning a long 92, 99 scorecard, 8-2.
Wow, that's a high self-belief. I asked Ivan also about the young guys coming up in Puerto Rico, and sometimes they fall in the ring because of their machismo, is what he said. He says that they think they're ready before they are, then they get a big surprise in the ring. We saw with Orlando Del Valle and Thomas Delorme. What makes you different? Why are you ready for this fight in only your 14th pro fight?
I think I have very experience. I was a gold medalist in the World Championships. I was a gold medalist in the Central American Games. I was a bronze medal in the Pan American Boxing Games. Now I went to the whole world. I fought Cubans, Mexicans. I think I'm ready for this fight. No matter what, that 13th fight. But I went through all the world, and I fought all the styles. Kazakhstan, I fought with Philippines, everybody. And I think I'm very prepared for this fight. I think Giovani Segura took advantage of Canelo for the weight and the age. And I think he was a world champion, but he didn't face. He just faced Brian Beloria. He was a 112. If you see his last 4 fights in 112, he hasn't knocked nobody out. And he lost against Sosa. He lost against Beloria. He knocked out a 112 that was 7-5, and he was a world champion. Then he fought with Salado. It was a 10-round fight. They stopped the fight in the 9th round for a cut. That's why we took the fight. But we think he was a great in a 108. But when he went up to 112, he's gonna step up with a person with the same weight as him. Today we can weigh 112, but tomorrow we're gonna weigh the same thing, 126 to 125.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you mentioned your amateur success that you had, and that makes a big difference to have that kind of experience to fall back on. It makes a huge difference. But you are a young guy, and like I said, only 14 fights in your career. Do you feel the pressure from Puerto Rico yourself, looking for the next Trinidad or the next Cotto or the next Calderon? Do you feel that pressure, and does it make you want to go at a faster?
No,
not at all.
I don't think I'm gonna be like Miguel Cotto, Calderon. Them fighters did a big legacy, and I want to do my own legacy. I respect them because they've been champions, and to be on a shoe like them, it's gonna be hard. I want to do my legacy, and I want to know how I'm gonna come out with my legacy.
Yeah, and I love how confident you sound. You don't even think losing is a possibility. When I look at this fight, I see that you win 8 rounds one time, and when I look at his experience, he's had these experiences fighting these guys who've been there, and he came out successful with some of them. And I just wanted to know, did you ever think about it possibly being a tough fight and you possibly being in rounds that you've never seen before? How do you think you will hold up if it is a tough fight and you see rounds 9 and 10 after it's been tough from, let's say, 3 or 4 rounds on? Like, he is a slow starter. You mentioned that. But let's say he starts a little earlier and it becomes a tough fight, let's say in round 3. By round 9 or 10, how do you think you're going to be feeling in there?
First thing, the camp of Segura is looking at my last fight. I want to explain that. My last fight, I fought in Ciudad de Mexico. It's 7,439 of height. It's contamination.
Yeah.
Pollution. There's a lot of things in Mexico. And I fought 8 rounds, and if you multiply the height in Mexico and Puerto Rico, 1 round in Mexico is equally as 3. That's something like that. But I'm gonna doesn't matter. And when I went to Mexico, I got tired in the 8th round. I could say I'm not scared to say it. But this is a fight that I'm looking for the best. I'm doing my weight good. I'm doing my condition good. I did my weight good. I did my gym good, and I think it's gonna be a great fight. And he's gonna get surprised in the 7-up. With that 7-up, I'm gonna warm up with him.
I love the confidence, man. You need that.
It's not the confidence. It's just I'm confident in my preparation and my talent. I respect the everybody's telling me, yo, how you gonna work with pressure? Why you gonna work with power? But I'm gonna ask something to him. When he's going the first, the second, the 3rd round, and he hasn't touched me, what he's gonna do? I don't know. I just asked him. If he told me he's gonna hit it with his power, he's gonna he's gonna check me in the first round how I react to his power, and I'm gonna ask him if he doesn't hit me in the first round, what he's gonna do. Nothing. I'm prepared for this fight. I'm gonna do my work, and I'm gonna win this fight no matter what decision or knockout.
There's not too many places like Puerto Rico for a fighter, and the Puerto Rican-Mexican rivalry is legendary. It was here before all of us were born, and it's going to be here when we're gone. First of all, what's it like having so much love on the island?
What? No, excuse me?
What is it like to be fighting the biggest fight of your life on the island? What's it like getting that love from the people there?
It's a privilege. It's a privilege to fight on my island. All my fans and all my family, and they supported me. They gave me a lot of love in Facebook, Twitter, and I'm very excited to be in that ring. I'm gonna come out with a Puerto Rican style. I'm not gonna say nothing. Just tune in. I'm gonna come out with a Puerto Rican suit, and I'm just demonstrating how Puerto Rican and how I can fight in that ring like a warrior. Puerto Rican warrior.
And speak a little about that rivalry. What's it like being a part of that Mexican-Puerto Rican rivalry right now?
It's exciting. It's exciting. Just coming out with Bomba versus Sanchez, Tito Trinidad versus Vargas, Miguel Cotto versus Margarito, Juanma versus Toledo. It's a lot of fights. I want to be part of that legacy. I want to know I just want to hear when I'm an old man, kids and men and people say, yo, he was a great fighter and he was one of the best fights in the history of Mexico versus Puerto Rico.
Yeah, maybe Gonzalez Segura is going to live up to it. Is there any more pressure on you to win because your opponent's Mexican? He's most known for beating a Puerto Rican. Do you feel that pressure?
I'm very confident with his fight. Because I know what the style he has, but he just has one style. If I were to fight with Beloria, Estrada, then people have different styles. We already studied, so if they would have one style, like coming front, throwing a lot of punches, so you just gotta be intelligent in boxing.
And the weigh-in was today, right?
No, the weigh-in tomorrow.
Is it tomorrow? The day before? What do you feel like your weight's at right now? Are you on weight?
It's just like today I came out and won 111. I just ate. I just didn't drink cups of soda, cups of water, and I'm right now 130. Tomorrow, wake up and wait.
Yeah, there were some people who I talked to. You weighed in 30 days before the fight, like most fighters in big fights do, and you weighed 125. And some people said that you had to lose too much weight. Is there any concerns there? You feel totally strong? You're not
No.
Feeling...
1 week after the fight, I weighed 114.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. It just matters of the work I did, how I ate. I ate 5 times a day. I do my breakfast, and the lunch, my last food of the day, and the day I just eat fruits and all that, lots of water. And one training camp, we lose the 5 to 6 pounds. I don't think that it was going to be a problem. I had to be in that weight because I was far people at 130, 135. Same style of Segura. If I go that way, far with them people, they're gonna play with me in the ring. They're gonna move me and like they want to. And I couldn't do that. That's why 1 month after the fight I was 135.
And it does suck having to make weight because you can't eat whatever you want. What do you can't wait to eat the most when the fight's over?
I don't know what I'm gonna eat. I just want to eat with my family. It's been 8 weeks without my family. I've been in my father's house, seeing my father every day. I just want to sit down, eat a burger, eat a fries, big ass soda, and just be with my.
Yeah. You said after this fight you'd win this fight, and you said after you wanted to fight a champion. who are you targeting? You got the flyweight champions are Akita Yagashi from Japan, who holds the WBC as well as the ring belts. And you got Juan Estrada from Mexico. He's the WBA and WBO champion. And you got South African Marudi Mthalani. Which one of these guys are you targeting? I think you're targeting Juan Estrada. He might want to avenge the loss if you win on Saturday night. Who are you targeting as the champion you're going to try to take on if you are successful on Saturday night?
Coming out this big fight. I just want to let my company top rank and Bomba or a team do what the job is done. I will fight anyone, no matter what. But there's a plan that it can happen, it can not happen. Just waiting what Giovani said what is going to do. Francisco Estrada is going to do. He wants to do a defense against Tyson Marquez, and I think the WBO has a plan to do a title, take a title, WBO, and leave it vacant.
Mm-hmm.
That's a plan. Or if I gotta fight I know I gotta wait for Joy South. Joy is a great fighter, but I'm targeting right now beating Segura and looking for a fight, for a title fight against Viloria or Tyson Marquez or Rocky Fuentes.
Can't wait till Saturday night. I know there's a lot of people there excited about this fight. You got a ton of fans out there, and it's just going to keep on growing if you keep being successful. What do you got to say to your fans, and where could they reach out and follow you at? First, what do you got to say to your fans?
I just want to thank my fans. You know, it's been a long career for me. I've been here since 5 years old. I had a great amateur career, and my fans always support me with support and gave me love. And you want to follow me on Twitter, KO Bomba, Bomba KO, on my fan page, Jonathan Bomba Gonzalez on Facebook.
And follow Bomba. He's on Twitter and root for him on Saturday night. Can't wait to see how far you go. Good luck and God bless. Jonathan Bomba Gonzalez.
Thank you for the support. And see Saturday night, we're gonna bust some Mexican-puerto.
Can't wait. And that was Jonathan Bomba Gonzalez, and joining me now as his opponent, former champ Giovani Segura. Thanks for joining us, Giovani. Big day coming up, Giovani. You got a big fight on Saturday night. The mood on the island, big fight. How's it feel to be back in Puerto Rico and right where the site is of your biggest career win to date? You beat Ivan Calderon there. Now you're back. How is it being back there?
Well, first of all, I'm thankful with God for this new opportunity again. Not only for coming to the island, also for the chance, because whoever wins, it's basically getting the title fight versus Gallo Estrada. And I go run in the mornings and I see people honking their cars, yelling me, Segura, let's go, Segura. It's surprising to see how many people are with me, even though I'm in Puerto Rico. And it's very, very special, like you said. I know it's been the place that I definitely put my name on the map, and that's one of the biggest motivations to come in my best shape to accomplish another big victory, you know.
Yeah, how surprised are you that you go to Puerto Rico where you beat a legend like Ivan Calderon and they treat you like that?
Well, it's really special, you know, because the people of Puerto Rico, they really, you know, they know about boxing a lot. They follow boxing a lot, and you can talk about boxing with an old man, with an old lady, with everybody, you know. It's a great sport here in Puerto Rico, and they know who's a good boxer, and it's special for me to recognize me as a special boxer for them, and it's very, very unique, you know. They have this humble champion, Tito Trinidad, and as myself, you know, I consider myself humble because that was the way I was raised, you know, and one of the big things that made me special more to the people is that I came to this fight, you know, since day one, as humble as I can, you know, when Bomba Gonzalez was talking a lot of crap and saying a lot of things on my Facebook and my Twitter, and all that thing just went against him.
Yeah, and how do you rate the guy you're fighting, Jonathan Bomba Gonzalez? How good is he to you?
I mean, I think he's a young, good man. You know, I'm expecting a tough fight. You know, I think he's a great fighter. I think the key for this fight will be my condition and my experience. You know, because we all know my background and his background. You know, it's a big difference. So I gotta put up the common sense. You know. But I mean, for order to do that, you know, I have to stick to my street playing, you know, and be in my best shape in order to get this victory.
How did training camp go for this fight?
Really good. I think the last fight just set me up, you know, to regulate all the time, you know, all the power that I was missing, the timing that I was missing from all that inactivity, and I think the last fight that went against me, you know, the inactivity, because I was throwing punches and missing punches that I don't normally miss, you know, and on the sparring on the training camp, and I was doing way better on the way. I was doing way better, and I'm really happy on the results of the training camp. You know, it's been a hard training camp, and I'm in one of my best shapes right now.
Yeah, and since your biggest win, you beat Ivan Calderon, and then you moved up in weight. Do you feel like you're making weight and you're filling into that new weight class better for this camp?
Yeah, when I came back on the fight with the first fight with this guy, what was his name? Oh, not this one, the one before. I came up really heavy, and I fought on catch weight. Then the fight with Sosa, you know, and they let him get away with 2 pounds over, and it was a big discussion too on the way, you know, and people don't realize how important it is, even half a pound on the last minute, you know, and the commission just let him get away with 2 pounds, and it's on YouTube, it was on TV, and it was something really nasty, you know, really dirty on that, you know, but it is what it is, and I take it like a man lost, and I know I was close, but I mean, it's still, I was still paying my dues on the inactivity and the timing and the power. That's why I'm really confident, and I'm really sure about this fight, because, you know, all that has been set up and renewed really good.
Yeah, and you got this big fight. Do you regret not pulling out of that fight?
Which one?
When he didn't make weight in your last fight.
Not really, because I mean it's really hard for me to say no. You know, it's really hard for me because I'm a fighter. You know.
Yeah.
And I'm a warrior, and we do a big sacrifice. You know, there's family, there's my kids, there's my team. You know. We did the traveling, and it was really something, you know, everything was against me. I was against the wall, and I have everything against me, you know. It was really hard to say no to that, and also it was another opportunity because it was a eliminated fight, so yeah. It was a really tough decision for me.
Yeah, and it sucks because you got bills to pay, and you have to pay these things, or people are going to come after you. They want their money, and you put all this time and effort into it, and then the guy comes in overweight. You're kind of forced to have to go through with that. So I understand where you're coming from. And what do you think about the fact that Bomba was working with Ivan Calderon? What do you think Ivan Calderon could bring to his training camp to help prepare for you?
Well, you know, Calderon, it's a really, he has a lot of knowledge about the boxing. He knows a lot. He's a veteran, you know, and I'm pretty sure the fact that hearing a few words from Calderon is gonna help him a little bit, because he faced me, and he might have an idea. Bomba have kind of an idea how hard I hit, because you don't realize how hard I hit until you go up on there with me with an 8-ounce plus, and that's a big difference. I mean, you can't see that on training camp. You can't see that on a sparring. You can't see it on TV. The only way to realize how hard I hit it's going up with me and with 8 ounces. It's a big difference. It's a big power. And I'm really surprised about how hard I've been hitting the last days, and I can't wait to figure out myself how much power I have accomplished.
And Bomba had a great amateur career, a really extensive one, but in the pros he's only 13 fights into his career, and he didn't go past 8 rounds. Do you think he's ready for someone like you?
Well, I don't want to predict that. I just go with the record. The record speaks for himself, and he's a young man. He has all the experience. I'm pretty sure that his background is going to help him. And my background is going to help me. I don't want to say he's not ready, because he might be. All I know is I'm ready, and I need to, and I'm expecting a hard fight. I'm expecting a hard fight, but I'm confident that I'm gonna knock him out. I'm confident that I'm gonna put pressure on him in the smart way until he falls down. He can either go in the first rounds or the later rounds. Why I'm telling you this? Because all the fighters say, well, I don't look for the knockout will come. Well, in my case, it's different. If the knockout will come, I'll go look for it either way. That's who I am. That's what I work for. God have blessed me with power, and I use it. I have it, so I'm gonna use it, and I want to win big, as I always want to. I look for the knockout in every fight.
Yeah, and I was talking to Ivan last night, and Ivan, as you know, you fought him, and he's been working with Gonzalez, trying to prepare him to fight you. Ivan's going to be there tomorrow night commentating, and I asked him last night what he thinks is going to happen in this fight, and he said that either Bomba's going to win by decision, or he thinks that if it's a knockout, you're going to take it. So he was really speaking honestly, and I think that there's a part of Ivan that of course, he wants to root for his fellow countrymen, but I had a feeling that he kind of expects your experience and your strength to prevail in the night. How does that make you feel? Does that give you confidence, knowing that a guy that you fought and a guy that worked with Bomba Gonzalez, the fact that he thinks you're going to win, does that give you extra confidence?
No, I don't feel confident about that. I feel it makes you feel good. It just makes you feel good, but it doesn't make you feel confident. I think that what makes me feel confident is on my work. On my training camp, the results. The fact that probably Calderon is saying that because all the since we got here, until yesterday, it was the last. What was it? Yesterday? Yeah, yesterday was the last day I went to the gym. And I was training in the Ivan Calderon's gym,
Mm-hmm.
And when I was doing mitts, you can tell I was doing mitts with 8 ounces and when you land a big punch and you look at the reaction of the face of the trainer, and he reacts, his face tells you everything, and then he starts laughing, and I'm like, what's going on? He's like, nothing, just keep on going. But you can understand the language,
Yeah. And
language, and I think Calderon must have been seeing all that, and we stopped going to that gym because we don't need to work anymore. We just need to get a little running and just keep on the weight. And as I said before, it's been a great camp. We're already on weight, and we just waiting for tomorrow and eat a lot.
Yeah, and Ivan got the biggest gym in Puerto Rico right now. What do you think of his four-floor gym?
Well, I think it's a great gym. I think it's a perfect gym. You know, any professional fighter that will go into that gym will feel very comfortable. You know, because it's a complete gym with running machines, with weights, with 2 rings. You know, with punching bags, all kinds and different bags. And I think it's a very nice new gym, and it's really. It's really good, and it feels really good that somebody opens the door to you with a gym like that, and it's really, you know, it's special for me, and that just motivates me more.
Yeah, Bomba's been watching a lot of your fights, and he said that his advantage is the fact that you get started in about the 5th round. Do you plan on starting any earlier in this fight to wear him out? Because this guy got young legs and he moves.
You know what? I don't really like to talk about my way to fight. You know, it's Giovani Segura's gonna go up there and just land punches. You know, that's me. That's it's gonna be. You know, I'm not gonna change nothing because the way of me fighting has given me a lot of results. You know, I just need to adjust the defense, the counter punching, the timing. You know, I think I got everything to beat him. I got the skills, and I'm gonna use them. You know, like I said before, I got the power. I'm gonna use my power. I'm gonna try to make a good fight for me and a good fight for the people. You know. And that's what I am, and I'm not going to change the way I fight, you know, because I always change my opponent. And in this case, it's not going to be the difference, you know. The only difference is that igual que Calderon can move, and Gonzalez, you know, he moves, but not that much, you know. At the end of the day, he's going to trade punches with me, no matter what.
And then the sport of boxing has always was fueled by its rivalries, but no rivalry matches the Mexican-Puerto Rican rivalry. What's it mean to you to be involved in this again? Does it add an added pressure because you're fighting a Puerto Rican? Does it add a pressure to you to beat this guy even more than, say, a guy from Asia or a guy from America? Does it add a pressure?
You know, it is a lot. That role really does play in my head because, like I said, I beat the best man in Puerto Rico in the 108 division, and I accomplished my mission in 108, you know, and I'm trying to do that at 112, you know, and people are expecting a big fight for me, a big result for me, and that's what I'm going to do, you know, and I need to do that. I don't like to just win, I like to win big, you know. People always tell me and ask me, why you go to Puerto Rico, why you go all the time, you go to Philippines, you lost because you got everything against you, and now you're going to Puerto Rico and you have everything against you. You don't realize that this is your last fight. And I tell them, you know what, I have accomplished everything because I always fight with everything against me, you know. I only had 12 amateur fights. I turned pro, you know, with only 4 years of amateur experience, and now I'm here, you know, and like I said, a victory with no risk is a victory with no glory. I like victories with risk, because that victory is gonna be a victory with glory, and that's what I'm looking for, you know. That's what puts you on the map, and I got the heart, I got the courage, and I got the power to accomplish that.
Spoken like a warrior. Does it add? When you're in enemy territory, like you are on fight night, I know the people of Puerto Rico are great boxing fans, and they know their sport, and they show you love. But when the first bell rings, everyone's going to be there for Bomba. You know that. Does it make you fight better being in enemy territory? Some guys fight better in someone else's home, and some people like being at home better. Do you prefer being the enemy?
No, it's just, you know, the opportunity comes, you know. Like I said, this victory would open me a door for a world title, and that's one of the reasons why I took this fight. And about the people, I don't really listen to the people, you know. I'm like a predator, you know. I just, as soon as the bell rings, I don't listen to the crowd. I don't follow the crowd. I just go and focus on my opponent, you know. sometimes I don't even remember the fight until I see it. Because why? Because I just go into my brain just turns into something else that I just looking for a knockout, you know, looking to win and destroy my opponent. That's the way I fight, and I love to fight that. And I enjoy to fight that, and it reminds me when I was a kid, you know, the place that I was born, you know, they show me how to survive, you know. They will punk me, they will make me a tough guy, you know, and fighting with no gloves, bigger guys, and knocking them down, and I go into the ring fighting with gloves, with protection, with a referee and safety. I mean, and they pay you for that. I'm like, wow, this is crazy, you know. I used to do that just to survive. Now I'm doing that as a job.
Yeah, and let's say you beat Bomba Gonzalez on Saturday night. I know you don't want to look past him, but is there any champion that you got your eye on? Is there anyone you want?
Well, yeah, if I would choose to fight somebody, definitely I would choose to fight Guy Estrada, because he's the number one right now. I was once on his place on the 108 division, and for me, if he'll give me the chance to fight him, for me it will be a big honor, a big opportunity, you know, because I know that he's a humble kid. He's a great boxer. You know, he has beating everybody in a big way, and for me, you know, fighting a tough guy like that, it just motivates me more. You know, it just puts me in another level and challenge, and you know, that will be the first choice. You know, if you say someone else, definitely I will go with Viloria, with Edgar Sosa, you know, to get another rematch.
And you got a lot of fans. With another win on Saturday night, you're gonna have even more fans. How do they reach out to you? You're on Twitter, right?
Yeah, well, everybody, you know, it's really respectful for me. You know, there's one another, you know, that talks crap like everybody else, you know, like anybody. It's good, you know, it's really good. I right now I'm just focusing on my fight right now. I don't really, like I said, I don't really listen to the negative thing or to what Bomba is saying or doing or whatever he's trying to do, you know. I know that on this sport, you know, the result speaks for himself.
Former 108-pound champion, Puerto Rican dream shatterer, looking to be make a big statement on Saturday night in Puerto Rico again, and looking for a 112-pound championship to go with his 108-pound championship. Giovani Segura, good luck on Saturday night, and I appreciate your joining us.
Well, thank you for your time, and thank you for your support, and expect a great power punch fight on the Saturday night.
Can't wait. Thanks, Giovani.
Thank you.